Hey guys, ECRG here. Today we're going to go over one of the questions that I got. What is my favorite part of clinical research? And I think what they really meant here is what is my favorite thing to do in clinical research? So that's coming right up. Hey guys, ECRG here. Today we're going to be talking about what is my favorite thing to do in clinical research. And this comes from a question we had from somebody that had emailed me actually at eliteclinicalgroup@gmail.com, by the way. You can stay tuned for the end of the video where I'll put that email address up again. Obviously the link is in the description too, to email. But we had this question that somebody emailed in: what is my favorite thing to do in clinical research? And I may have touched on this before in another video, but something that really I'm passionate about is building relationships. So I first got my start in clinical research on the project management side of things. I was the entry level, project manager, assistant, whatever that role is at your company. Could be project specialist, could be project coordinator, could be project management assistant, project management associate, whatever it's called at your company. I was that person. And obviously on the project management side of things, you're more sponsor facing. So you're kind of building relationships with the sponsor, and there's a certain dynamic there because they're paying for the trial. So you've got to help manage that relationship, and the dynamic is completely different as opposed to on the clinical side of things, where you're building relationships with the sites and you're paying the sites. So it's a completely different relationship, and there's a different way to go about and a different etiquette of going about in dealing with the two. So my favorite thing is building relationships. I liked building relationships with the sponsor, but my favorite part was building relationships with the sites and the study personnel, the people that are conducting the science. Particularly because of that dynamic I just described, I preferred the dynamic with the sites. Even though the sponsor was incredibly responsive, they were always good to work with usually. There weren't really major issues apart from, as far as communication goes and, overall just generic relationship stuff. The issues more came into the nitty gritty clinical research, but I just preferred the relationship with the sites. I liked calling them. I always knew they were under a bunch of stress, dealing with a lot of studies, and always liked, trying to do my best to make their jobs easier, especially coming from the CRO. So that's my favorite part about clinical research: building relationships, in particular, building relationships with sites and the study personnel, the people doing that personnel. So if you have any questions, comment them down below. Would love more questions. This is just the first question video we've done. We'll do more, obviously. So you can email them at eliteclinicalgroup@gmail.com or comment them down below, or just get in touch with us any way you want to. Ask a question, and we'll do a video on it most likely if it hasn't been done before. So that's it for today's video, guys. Really enjoyed that. Don't forget to like this video, share it, hit that subscribe button, the red one. And stay tuned for another video, guys. Take care.